Okay, goddesses, so I was called to do a power invocation for the divine feminine, and I went ahead and set up the table with some black obsidian to absorb anything negative, fluorite, tiger's eye, amber, um, golden healing quartz. I got my selenites and my labradorite, rainbow moonstone, and regular moonstone to invoke goddess energies. I've also got um, an incense burning and a purple candle for healing, a white candle for birth and renewal. And I pulled some cards. I pulled some cards on what uh, two goddesses we can call on during this time of pulling our power in, and also two messages and what the energies are actually calling us, what's going on right now. So this is what I've got, and I'm going to reference the book, not only just the cards but the books as well. I like to do that and have my intuition pull on me whenever I go into the book or the message, and I will tell you which decks I used. Okay, so first and foremost, I was tuned in to some music while calling on our power to return to us and invoking that so that we can gather our power and harness our power again as the divine feminine. Um, and we all know that we're going through this time right now where we need to pull that back into ourselves and go and conquer the world and make sure that we are strong in this equality that we are asking for to walk side by side. So the first one was Yemenia. That was the first goddess, and her card is Golden Opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Okay, so she's the first one. And the second one was White Tara, and she is sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. And we know that this is very important during Mercury retrograde because that is a time for us to reflect and not just dive headfirst into anything. Although this Mercury retrograde feels like a new sense of life, so we just got to be careful that we don't just dive headfirst into things that we don't need to be doing right away. So, in the book, let me go find, and I'm sorry I didn't I turned right to Isis. That makes sense. I did not bookmark this, but it's always funner to kind of find it. And silly me, I forgot this one is in order, and White Tara and Yemenia are right by each other. Her message from White Tara is as you've purified your inner world of thoughts, actions, and intentions, which we will see come out in the energies later on, it's natural that you seek purity in your outer world as well. This is to acknowledge your heightened sensitivity, which is as real as it seems. You've stripped away the outer protective layers of unneeded defenses, which blocked your psychic and spiritual awareness. Now you're on the path of ascension, which calls for your heightened awareness. Hi, Roxy. She wants to join the divine. All right, come on, come on, come on. All right, so, and with this awareness comes new levels of sensitivity to the impure and harsh. Your body is a trustworthy instrument of measurement of your tolerance level. Steer clear of that which your body signals you to avoid. Take excellent care of your body, and it shall serve you well. Various meanings are acknowledge and honor your sensitivity. Take steps to protect yourself from negativity. Avoid chemicals. Steer clear of situations with loud noises, crowds, violent media, and other triggers. She is an aspect of Tara, a female Buddha and Hindu mother creator. Hindu mother creator, intuition there. The many female faces of Buddha and Mother Creator are represented as various colors of Tara. White represents purity, maturity, and compassion. The eyes on her hands, feet, and forehead allow her to be aware of all prayers. She helps us to live long and peaceful lives. And like I said, I had the white candles, so that signifies probably her calling. So that's cool. So we can call on her. Yamanya says, like the ocean, life moves in waves and tides. Timing is everything, so when an opportunity presents itself, you must dive in at that moment. Everything that you've done to prepare yourself will accompany you. Yet, if you hesitate or procrastinate, another opportunity will surely come along as the tides wash in and out continuously. Like the ocean, life is rich with variety and beauty. Enjoy experiencing its various rhythms and allow all doubts to be washed away. Various meanings, or don't hesitate. This is the right thing to do. Your prayers are being answered. Get ready for big and happy change. Celebrate your success. Know that you're qualified and ready for this new opportunity. She's an African and Brazilian goddess who's credited with creating the sea. Every December 31st, people in Brazil celebrate Yamanya by casting white flowers and miniature boats upon the sea waters. You can work with her by putting a tiny boat into the water and asking her for a wish. If she grants your wish, her waves will swallow the miniature boat, and if she denies the wish, the boat will wash up to shore. Since the sea is the root of earth life, Yamanya's connection to it makes her very powerful and a nurturing mother goddess. She's a protector, supplier, and one who grants wishes. Okay, so 2 messages that and that was the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. These ones are the Work Your Light Oracle cards. And the 2 messages that we got were deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. Be held is what jumped out at me on this. And so you can see in the card that she's just kind of in her own space with water, flowers, a couple cacti. She's connected with the stars and the moon. She's having offerings. She is very in her power. So the biggest one I took away from that was be held. And the second one, this is even way more beautiful too, the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes, and this is a very feminine energy. Clearly, this is what it looks like for us to be calling in our power, and we are the light. We are the light workers of the earth. Now, there are many in the masculine energy too, because we all embody both energies. So those were 2 that really, they were just super beautiful. Let me see here. Now this one's not in order, so it might take me a minute. Let's see. The ever unfolding. Okay, I'm gonna keep going here. Sorry guys, this might be a long video, but I just wanted to get this out because I wanted you guys to see what came of this when I offered for our power to come in. Okay, Deep replenishment, the most selfless thing you can do is to fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and nurturing we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you're running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well and watches the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill in. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you? What refuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile, overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more good to go around. Do something that deeply replenishes you today. Now, the Age of Light, let me see if I can find that one real quick. The kids are acting up. Roxy does not like incense. Age of Light. Mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. Roxy, I'm busy, please. Thank you. There is no mistake that you are supposed to be here at this time of great change. If you ever feel unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling you, know this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that have breathed through you in this life. You're also all of the lifetimes that came before. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Your soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Your soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If you put together all of the fingerprints of all the people that you have been, you would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece you are. You came in with a clear soul plan, plan. You came in with wisdom beyond your years. This is the part of you that longs to be seen. This is the part of you that is ready to step forward. This is ready to emerge. This is not the lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. And that one really resonated. Hold the card on your heart and say, I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I am ready to embody them all. Now, without hesitation and without fear, I have been training for this for lifetimes. And it's funny, it's on page 87, which is the year I was born. So thank you for that. Okay, all right, so this last one here is what I did is I called on the current energies for the Divine Feminine, and it was interesting what came out because they were really, really telling. Okay, so the first one, and I used the Fountain Tarot. Okay, so the first one was the Ace of Swords, which we know that swords are thoughts. Pretty much good stuff there. Seven of Swords in reverse. And then the Eight of Swords upright. And what I got from this was clearly the Ace of Swords are new thoughts, okay? And what I'm seeing is we've got the 7 and then the 8. So we have the Ace, the 7, and then the 8. So the 7 and the 8, the 7 before the 8 represents change. So the good thing is that the 7 of Swords is in reverse, the 8 of Swords is upright. So it looks like what we're going to experience as the Divine Feminine in this energy are new thought patterns. And it's going to balance these heavier thought patterns that we have been experiencing lately. There's going to be a clearing, a changing, a moving, a different way coming into us in the way that we see ourselves and other women, primarily how we see ourselves. So these heavy thought patterns that we have about ourselves are about to clear because we're coming into, check out the architectural design on the back of this, new thought patterns for that. So these are beautiful cards, and let's go into the book, and because that should be pretty easy. It's all swords. So sorry, my legs are going numb. But that's okay. Okay, so we have these swords. Ace of Swords, powerful clarity. As the root of the swords, an ace brings a great deal of raw power and energy. A sword cuts through a web of scaffolding, holding up all the cloudy pieces of our identity, perceptions, conversations, facts, dreams, and ideas. When the Ace of Swords appears in a reading, it means that a rare opportunity for clarity is near. It will cut through these subjective realities, revealing a truth, an insight, or a new approach for which you have been waiting. Pay close attention to your words and thoughts. Knowledge does give you power, but without a little reflection, it can quickly turn into delusion. Mental clarity, a great force. Roxy, I'm working, please, thank you. Go on. The time that you could be chasing the cat, you are not. A great force at work, a fresh approach, strength, long-term success, determination, and ambition. Let's cut over to 7 of Swords. Oh, on the same pages. Okay, cool. 7 of Swords, a questionable risk. Like the intention of this thief, the meaning of the 7 of Swords relies on the circumstances surrounding it, the other cards. Depending on the context, his actions could represent dishonesty or bravery. In any case, a risk is involved and he must deal with the unexpected. In intense moments like these, be conscious of your values and which ones you employ. There are times when you may have to grab the blades to succeed, but knowing your objectives and your motives will minimize the damage. Reversal, good advice or counsel, justice, uncertainty. So that's really cool. A questionable risk, and it's looking like we may not have to have that the questionable risk. 8 of Swords, blind fear. A woman finds herself in a truly difficult situation as she imagines to be impossible. There is a way out, but she has closed her eyes, lost in mental bondage, concerns, and regrets. The 8 of Swords reminds you that life brings obstacles and adversity, but if you open your eyes, you recognize that your worst enemy is fear. The blindfold is transparent, and the swords are illusory. When focus shifts to reality, it is time to acknowledge it. Feel the pain, show the courage, and move on. You must move on. Mentally trapped, self-doubt, immobility, a seemingly impossible task, oblivious to one's blindness. So these are super strong messages. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about these swords. They are here to balance each other out with a reversal and a change. So very exciting. I'm super excited to see what the divine brings and the universe. And I sent a song I sent out a song. If you guys would like to know what that is, I will copy and paste the link below. But thank you. If you have been called here, then you know that this is what you needed to hear today. So I love you guys, and love and light to you, and divine feminine, let's do the damn thing. Bye.